Well, the call right now in the market is, have we seen the bottom? Are we going to have another leg down? Now, that is the only thing you really need to decide about. If you think you've seen the bottom, you need to be buying. Well, I think we might be halfway there and you might be at the bottom. So I've actually gone in half. So I'm 50% in. If we take another leg down, I'll go the other half. But that picture will become clearer shortly. Now, if there is another leg down, we're going to go into a 1929 situation or a dot-com crash situation, and the market will fall in totality from the top 80%, which is massive, 1,500 on the FTSE, something ridiculous like that. But of course, we're in unprecedented times. It could happen because the lockup has effectively thrown the whole economy in the trash can. Now, all the bailouts are an attempt to get it back out again. But of course, you can't guarantee it's going to work. Now, we will unlock sometime in May. So the lockdowns will start to roll back in May. And that's just about in time, in my book, to stop there being a depression as opposed to a recession. So we're going to get a recession, not a depression, not an end of the world situation. But if those lockups were to continue much past the end of May, you're going to get into some very serious ground. I don't think it's going to happen. Governments realise that if they don't let the economy start again, there won't be a health service in 2 years' time because there won't be any tax to pay for it. So the reality of the matter is the only way you can really protect health services is by having tax dollars. And to have tax dollars, you need tax. And for that, you need people to be out working. So that is coming to a country near you soon. People will be being pushed to go back to work. And that will mean that we won't get another leg down. But of course, nobody can guarantee that. People also want to know about Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin's going into the halvening now, and we're seeing a strong trend that it's going up towards the halvening, and that suggests that we will go up after that. So Bitcoin is on the way to 10,000, which is good news. People want to know about gold. Well, gold and Bitcoin are also share the same run away from inflation theme that people are worried about, because all these stimuluses, that's a huge amount of money, and it could be that that generates massive inflation. However, the inflation of the past is driven by the fact there's been more money and no more goods. And this day and age, when you get more money, everybody turns to China, they throw the switch and produce more stuff. So the supply side and the demand side are balanced out pretty well. So more money equals more rubbish products made in Japan that you fill up your garage with. So the inflationary pressures of printing money are nowhere near as strong as they used to be. So with a bit of luck, we won't get high inflation. And that at some point, probably in a year or so, will deflate gold back down again and will be a drag on Bitcoin. But the halvening for Bitcoin is really important. And that's going to drive Bitcoin to $10,000 and take it towards that mainstream acceptance, which will take it even further in 2 or 3 years' time. So the markets, I think they bottomed. There's a possibility of a 1929 scenario where the aftermath just drags the market down for 2-3 years. And that's what happened in 29. That's what happened to the NASDAQ in 2000. It was a slow grind of bad news that brought the market down to its knees over a period of 2-3 years. Now, with all this money coming in, that's probably going to stop that. And that will mean that we have seen the bottom and now we're in a recovery mode. But it's going to be a very bumpy ride, and you really need to have your crash helmet on and be very careful.